U.S. President Donald Trump has stated that the U.S. has identified 52 Iranian sites, some at a very high level and important to Iran and the Iranian culture, and warned that they would hit very fast and hard if Tehran struck at the U.S. The president said the targets represented 52 Americans who were held hostage in Iran for more than a year from late 1979 after they were taken from the U.S. Embassy in Tehran. The remark came after the U.S. military confirmed 2 rocket attacks near American facilities in Iraq, and an Iranian official said at least 35 U.S. targets, including warships and Tel Aviv, have been identified for retaliatory strikes. In many scenarios, a strike, whether initiated by the U.S. or Iran, will involve fighter jets, and this will pit the fighters of the 2 countries against each other. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Iran's Air Force will meet the same fate as in 2013, when its F-4 Phantoms were taunted by F-22 Raptors. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive military vehicle online game for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, in which you can go to battle on more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. The game has an amazing attention to detail and focuses on a realistic combat experience, which is why knowing your vehicles and skill really makes a difference. It's easy to get into, and all you need to play is nothing more but your mouse and keyboard or controller. Immerse yourself in cross-platform combat with more than 20 million other military vehicle enthusiasts from all over the world. Download and play War Thunder for free using the link in the description below, and also get a free bonus tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account. In 2013, Pentagon Press Secretary George Little had said that IRIAF, Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force, F-4 Phantoms, attempted to intercept a U.S. MQ-1 drone flying in international airspace off Iran. As reported back in March 2013, one of the 2 F-4 Phantom jets came to about 16 miles from the drone at one point of the engagement. At this point, they were broadcast a warning message by 2 American planes escorting the Predator, and they broke off from the pursuit. Viewers may note that Pentagon had decided to escort the drones conducting international surveillance reconnaissance (ISR) missions with fighter jets, after 2 Sukhoi Su-25 attack planes operated by Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps attempted to shoot down an American MQ-1 a few months earlier to this incident. On September 17th, Chief of Staff General Mark Welsh provided details of the episode involving the F-4 Phantoms. He stated that the fighter jets providing HVAAE, high-value air asset escort, were F-22 Raptors. Now comes the interesting part. He was quoted as saying he, the Raptor pilot, flew under their aircraft, the F-4s, to check out their weapons load without them knowing that he was there. And then he pulled up on their left wing and then called them and said, "You really ought to go home." So, according to official communication, the Raptor was able to sneak into the F-4s undetected, and F-4s were basically sitting ducks for the Raptors. The F-4 Phantom II is a tandem, 2-seat, twin-engine, all-weather, long-range, supersonic jet interceptor and fighter bomber originally developed for the United States Navy by McDonnell Aircraft. It first entered service in 1960 with the U.S. Navy. It was later adopted by the U.S. Marine Corps and the U.S. Air Force, and by the mid-1960s had become a major part of American aerial force. The Phantom is a large fighter with a top speed of over Mach 2.2. It can carry more than 18,000 pounds, that's 8,400 kilograms, of weapons on 9 external hardpoints, including air-to-air missiles, air-to-ground missiles, and various bombs. It was designed to be an air superiority fighter and was used extensively during the Vietnam War. During the 1960s and 1970s, the U.S. and Iran were on friendly terms, and America sold 225 F-4D, F-4E, and RF-4E Phantoms to Iran. After the relations between the two countries nosedived, America refused to provide parts and maintenance support, Iran has managed to keep around 40 of these jets in working condition, mainly by cannibalizing parts and reverse engineering. In 2014, it was reported that Iranian F-4s were used to conduct airstrikes on ISIS targets in the eastern Iraqi province of Diyala. F-22 Raptor is the most sophisticated fighter jet in the world. Even after around 2 decades since its deployment, there's nothing to match it. It's the first operational aircraft to combine supercruise and supermaneuverability. Supercruise is the ability to have sustained supersonic flight without having to use the highly inefficient afterburners. With this, F-22 can intercept targets which subsonic aircraft would lack the speed to pursue, and an afterburner-dependent aircraft would lack the fuel to reach. F-22 incorporates supermaneuverability, with which it can pull off demanding maneuvers like the Pugachev's Cobra and make it an excellent close-range dogfighter. F-22 has a very powerful radar. There was no budget limitations when the AN/APG-77 radar was developed for the F-22 Raptor. No compromises were made, and this keeps it at the top even today. The AN/APG-77 radar features a low observable, active aperture, electronically scanned array that can track multiple targets under any weather conditions. It has a range of around 400 kilometers against a 1 square meter target. This radar can also be used for electronic attack by focusing its signals on the enemy to overload their sensors. The radar changes frequency more than 1,000 times per second to resist jamming and has low probability of intercept. Low probability of intercept means the enemy radar warning receivers are not able to detect that a radar lock has been achieved against it, and hence opponents have little warning of an impending F-22 attack. F-22 Raptor is developed from the ground up to be stealthy. F-22 is actually the stealthiest fighter ever built and has very low RCS, radar cross-section, of only 0.0001 square meter. It achieves this due to its structural design as well as the use of radar-absorbing material, RAM. It can't be detected by most radars. Even if detected, there's no radar that can track and get a lock on it properly, which is a must if a missile has to be guided to hit an F-22. A full-scale military conflict against Iran would see the United States trying to cripple the Iranian Air Force to gain air superiority. F-22 will be the tip of the spear for such an onslaught. Raptors will certainly see aerial duels with F-4 Phantoms, as the Phantoms make up a significant portion of Iran's air capability. F-22 is a fighter, which is 2 generations ahead of F-4s. It's the crown jewel of American Air Force, and even today it can't be exported to any country as per federal law. In the decades since F-4s were provided to Iran, there's been no enhancement, whereas F-22s have seen significant upgrades. This makes the gap even wider. Also, the American military has the complete idea of the capabilities of F-4s, whereas Iran has little knowledge about the Raptors. It's most likely that the situation encountered in 2013 will be repeated when F-22s take on F-4s. The F-4 pilots will have no idea about F-22's presence, as the radar available in the F-4s is almost an antique one. But few things will change this time. F-4s will be shot down, unlike last time. Also, Raptor pilots will have no incentive to move in close for weapon inspection, and they'll knock out the F-4s from beyond visual range, BVR. Here, the long-range AIM-120D missiles will come into play. The missile, guided by the powerful AN/APG-77 radar, is expected to have a very high kill rate against large, non-stealthy fighters like F-4s. All in all, we can say that the 2013 encounter can be taken as an indicator of what Iran may face if it goes to war against the United States.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.